Hey there guys, today we will be looking at Sand City's Oops, I Mangoed My Pants. So this is their base beer, Oops, I Hopped My Pants, and they added 450 pounds of mangoes, or over 450 pounds of mangoes, and dry hop with New Zealand hops. I'm not sure which New Zealand hops, they don't really specify, at least Beer Advocate, Rate Beer Untapped, places where I look. So, not sure on that, but anyway. Yeah, so this is, like I said, their IPA with tons of mangoes and New Zealand hops. Comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume. Yeah, I've never had this one before. Did Oops, I Nelson My Pants, which is pretty good. And this is courtesy of Josh again, so thank you very much, sir. And no can date on the bottom, but I assume this is decently fresh, so let's check it out. Sand City, again, is out of Northport, New York. Ooh. Alright, so I like the color so far on this guy. So, Oops, I Nelson My Pants is pretty hazy. This looks very similar. Maybe it's just slightly brighter. I'll have to go back and look, but I feel like this looks just a little brighter. Just a hint, though. Maybe not much. I could be wrong. Got a pretty nice, big, foamy white head, so looks nice. Let's check out the aroma on this guy. Definitely has that big, slightly unripe mango presence. Definitely ripe mangoes as well, but very green and grassy and just a ton of mango. Getting some orange and some grapefruit as well. And some white grape. I'm not sure which New Zealand hops they use. Nelson Sauvin's pretty popular. Of course, that's what they use for Oops, I Nelson My Pants. They may have used it again, but I am getting that big white grape aroma off this as well. Maybe a hint of sweet papaya, but pretty juicy. Lots of tropical fruit, very grassy, big citrus, white grape. Has a very nice aroma going. Fits the part for that kind of hazy, tropical, juicy style. So, let's check out the taste. Cheers. That is pretty tasty. A lot of the same on the taste. I get that mango. It's kind of a blend between like unripe and overripe mango. There's a hint of that sweetness, but also I wouldn't say acidity, but more of that kind of dry, less sweet, mango before it's kind of ripened up. Getting a little bit less, I think, white grape here, and more of that kind of green grassiness. It does, I've noticed, have a bit more bitterness to it than the Oops, I Nelson My Pants. And I feel like it's a little bit drier too. It's a little bit more well balanced for me. I felt like that was a little sweet. At the end, that did kind of pick up in lingering bitterness. But this off the bat has a bit more bitterness and a bit more dryness to it, and sort of balance out the beer. I get less grapefruit on the taste and more like navel orange. There is a bit of this slight astringency and chalkiness to it. And I know sometimes that can actually come from the mangoes themselves, so a little bit hard to differentiate there. I'm not getting that kind of burn. Carbonation's pretty nice on it, pretty soft, medium bodied-ish. It has that, towards that body of that New England style. Maybe not quite something like Treehouse, but in that realm of Treehouse Trillium. And get that nice kind of doughy yeast character too that you really get off that style as well. I feel like this fits a little bit more New England style IPA than Oops, I Nelson My Pants. I wasn't sure if I would consider that one quite there as well. More of, like I mentioned, kind of Foley Brothers Alchemist type thing going. This is a little more towards New England style. I mean, there's some differences between like Trillium or Treehouse, I would say, still. But it hits more of that style for me, just based on the aromas and flavors of this beer. A little bit more bitterness, though, than some of those guys. But I'm actually enjoying it here right now, because I feel like there is a solid amount of sweetness up front to this beer. and I think that it fits well with it. Getting a bit more dankness too as this kind of opens up. So I mean, it does still have some of those kind of characteristics of like Foley Brothers or maybe Alchemist or something like that. I just think it's a little bit closer to New England. I'm not sure if it's still quite call it that. I mean, it's the closest one I've had from them yet. But just I feel like that base is definitely kind of older Vermont style. So, but still, a lot of citrus, pretty juicy, pretty green, dank. It's I feel probably my favorite one I've had from them yet. Just well-rounded altogether. So I'm going to go an easy 4.25 on this guy. It's on a lot of good notes, and it's my favorite, I guess, Sand City beer yet for them. So it's pretty much it for Oops, I Mangoed My Pants. So as always, cheers. I'll catch you guys later.